Daikon radish doesn't typically appear in conversations about Mediterranean diet, but this large white radish offers some genuinely useful properties that align well with Mediterranean health goals. And I want to make the case for its inclusion while being honest about its limitations. From a nutritional standpoint, daikon is primarily water, about 95%, which might seem like a strike against it, but this actually serves a purpose. Foods with high water content and fiber contribute to satiety and fullness without adding significant calories. For people managing weight within a Mediterranean pattern, daikon provides volume and crunch that makes meals feel substantial without caloric density. You can eat a large amount of daikon and take in minimal calories while getting fiber and micronutrients. The vitamin C content is respectable, and daikon contains various enzymes, including diastase and amylase, that are traditionally believed to aid in digestion, particularly of starchy foods. While the clinical evidence for these enzymes surviving digestion and remaining active is limited, there's a long history of use in traditional medicine systems that suggests some benefit, even if we don't fully understand the mechanism. The compounds in daikon show some promise for supporting liver function and potentially helping with detoxification processes, though we need to be cautious about overstating these effects. The liver is quite capable of detoxifying on its own in healthy individuals, but supporting its function through varied plant intake is a reasonable approach consistent with Mediterranean dietary philosophy. Raw daikon has a mild spiciness, less than red radishes but present, and a crisp texture that works beautifully in salads. Grating it and dressing it with olive oil, lemon, and herbs creates a refreshing side dish that's particularly good alongside richer foods. That digestive enzyme content may actually help with digesting the meal, serving the role that traditional Mediterranean cultures assign to bitter or sharp vegetables eaten with meals. Roasting daikon transforms it entirely. The spiciness mellows, and it develops this sweet, tender quality similar to turnips, but milder. Roasted with olive oil, rosemary, and perhaps a touch of garlic, daikon becomes this comforting side dish that people who claim to hate radishes will enjoy. The transformation through cooking is remarkable and opens up culinary possibilities. The use of daikon as a lower carbohydrate potato substitute has merit for individuals managing blood sugar or following lower carb Mediterranean approaches. Spiralized daikon can serve as a vegetable noodle base for Mediterranean sauces. It's not going to fool anyone into thinking it's pasta, but it provides a vehicle for flavors and nutrients without the blood sugar impact of grain pasta. Now, let's be realistic about some drawbacks. Daikon is not nutrient-dense compared to other vegetables we could spend our eating capacity on. Leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, and colorful vegetables generally provide more nutrients per volume. Daikon is a fine addition for variety and its specific properties, but it shouldn't displace more nutrient-packed vegetables. The fiber content, while present, can cause significant gas and bloating in some people, particularly raw. The raffinose and other fibers that gut bacteria ferment produce gas as a byproduct. Starting with small amounts, particularly of raw daikon, and increasing gradually allows the gut microbiome to adapt. Cooking daikon breaks down some of these fibers and may reduce digestive distress. For people with thyroid conditions, daikon, like all cruciferous vegetables, contains goitrogens, compounds that can interfere with thyroid hormone production when consumed in extremely large quantities. For most people eating moderate amounts, especially cooked, this is completely irrelevant. However, individuals with hypothyroidism who are eating large amounts of raw cruciferous vegetables daily should be aware and perhaps discuss with their healthcare providers. The pickling of daikon is traditional in many Asian cultures and represents another way Mediterranean preservation techniques can embrace this vegetable. Pickled daikon, made with vinegar, salt, and perhaps herbs, becomes this crisp, tangy condiment that lasts weeks in the refrigerator and provides that probiotic or acidic element that supports digestion and adds complexity to meals. From a practical standpoint, Daikon is affordable and increasingly available. A large daikon radish provides substantial volume for very little money. It stores reasonably well in the refrigerator, making it practical for weekly shopping rather than daily market trips.